Now, clusters, they're quite fascinating because unlike other sounds, they develop over a considerably longer period of time. So, children, at about 2.5 years, they might start using like a PW consonant cluster when they say please. And then, if you look at the other end of the spectrum, many children are continuing to develop these more complex clusters like the THR cluster in 3 or the STR cluster in street well into school age years, so up to about 7. So it's a really wide age range of children that we are thinking about when we're talking about cluster reduction. And I guess what makes this challenging for some students is even though there's this range of sounds and different clusters you can use, there's also different positionings. So, for example, we can have clusters at the start of words. So this is where, children, they might say nail or sail and reduce one of those two sounds in the cluster when they really mean to say snail. Cluster reduction can even happen in the middle of the words. So pasta, it might be produced as pasa or pata. And then at the end of the words, children might say farce or fart if they're meaning to say the word fast. So you really kind of have to think a little bit big picture when it comes to cluster reduction. And I guess if you are wanting to treat clusters, I really recommend having a good look at their speech sound system and getting an in-depth view or a probe of the child's restraints and their cluster combination abilities. And this might mean that you have to do this informal probing because your standardized assessment, it might only contain 5 or 6 words that contain clusters. And it's just not enough, I find, to get a really good understanding of what the child is presenting with and how we can best support them. Now, I'm going to say this up front that there is no correct way to treat cluster reduction.